Green 18. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Over 50.
Rodgers now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Raider 2. Express. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check it back, check it back. Back north.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now Zaptrack. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. On third and long, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's the Raiders punter now. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night, Green Bay, and their defense, not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch a slap, watch a slap.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
694.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Bring it. Bring it. Hey, Zoo. Mike 42, check. Mike 42.
Throwing again. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here I come. Express. 42. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. 808. Lie down. Under 10. Bravo.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, The defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City and Pittsburgh. Just didn't show up against New England, and I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now throwing again. And Jones has it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
No, check that. We don't like 52 right here.
On first down, Rodgers being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
What we got? Zoom.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Rodgers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. First red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch the twist.
And they try to sweep to Jones. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd and 2, Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham as the first half is winding down as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Hey, Charlie! Come on out here. Come get some. Come get
Throwing on first down is Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll run on first down. Richard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's checking, he's checking. White.
Carr. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good. 180. 4 down. 637. Here we go. Hey, Delta. Hey, let's get in that holes.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Express.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
42's the mic, boys. 42.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 42.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Single. I got deep third. Watch time. Express. Tight end right. 26 Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Back now in the East Bay. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Rodgers now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let it, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Squeeze, double.
Carr gives to Rashard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike's 42. Mike's 40.
734.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike's 42.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Carr now to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike 42. Mike 42. Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw again. Carr. Caught by Nelson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball, but when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets them on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
319.
Watching it go. You don't know no better.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. the toss to Jones, running right. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Caught out right by Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
26 Mike. 93. Express.
Here we go again.
26 Mike. 26 Mike.
All day, just like that.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
Express.
Motion. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Carr to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Down. 180.
Check.
Express. 26 Mike. 618. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Hey, Haywood. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Crunch time, defense.
To throw is Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Preston Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.